Hey artists, let's talk about your personal logo project. For this project, your challenge is to design a text and image-based logo for your own personal business. So it must have words, which is text, and pictures, which is an image, rolled together in one in a logo design that you're going to think of for a business of your own. So, not an existing business, one that you have made up that you would like to be in charge of. So, let's brainstorm out what that business could be and then what logo would go well with that. On your brainstorm worksheet, first thing you need to think of is what type of business might you want to have one day in your future, maybe next week, maybe in 10 years. So think about the things that you like to do, your hobbies, think about skills, things you're good at, and your future goals. Maybe you already have an idea of what area you want to work in. So there's an example built into the worksheet. It says healthcare. Maybe you're interested in working with healthcare. You need to have 3 different ideas to complete this brainstorm. Here are my examples. I love running. That would be a fantastic thing for me to do as my day job. I love crocheting and I love organization. It's something I am very, very good at. Go ahead and complete your worksheet now. Now for part 2, you need to think specifically what each business might do. So this will help you sort of focus in on what your business should be called and what your logo should look like. So are you selling a product? Are you making this object or thing? Are you offering some kind of service? Like what specifically do you bring to the area that you are serving? So my example is if it's a healthcare business, maybe it's education about cardiovascular health. So providing information to people to make their lives better. For my running program, I'm thinking maybe like coach beginner running programs, maybe start running clubs or running groups. If it was a crochet business, maybe I'm teaching skills or selling kits, even selling patterns. My organization business, I think, would be more service based. Perhaps I would actually help people organize their spaces or make how to videos, perhaps even franchise out the concept. So think specifically within each area what you'd be interested in doing. Go ahead and do it now. Now, who would be your target audience? So consider demographics, age, where people live, income levels, male, female, anything that would be important for who is going to buy your product or your service. And go ahead and write that down for your business. Here are the examples for mine. Now is the tricky part. So, what could you name each business? So, my cardiovascular example there, I decided Happy Healthy Hearts, or it could be called H3 because there's 3 H's all in a row. So, you want to try to think of a name that is kind of catchy and memorable. So, for example, my running coaching business could be Are You Running? Because running starts with an RU. Clever, right? Crochet for today, kind of, it's got a little rhyming thing, crochet today. And I would want to update it since it is kind of known as an old lady habit, but I think it's a wonderful thing for younger people to get into. And the organization business, I could use some of my own name in it. So you can use your first name, your last name. As you know, my first name is Dawn. I'll take the D out of that, declutter, a play on the word decluttering. And there you go. My own name is on that business. So go ahead and think of names for your businesses. Now we need to think of what the image part of this logo could look like. You might have a business name thought of. What simple shapes or designs relate to each business? So notice this is plural. 2 or more shapes or designs that relate that could end up being part of your logo. They don't have to, but you're brainstorming them out. So my healthcare business related to hearts, I have a heart. And then I have like healthcare or hospital like plus. My running business, I've got a shoe print in a meadow. Crochet business is the hook and the yarn. Decluttering, I've got like a sparkle clean and maybe some boxes to show a sense of organization. So you decide what things would work to help explain your business concept. Now, moving on to the back, you are choosing your best idea to continue with. So of those three, two businesses get cut. Only with your best one are you trying at least 3 different ways to combine your business name and the shapes and designs to make a logo for your personal business. It must include text and it must include an image. So here are some things I tried out for my decluttering business, which I thought was my favorite. Look at the ways that I've played with the text. I'm not just handwriting, thinking about block letters or bubble letters. Look at the way I've incorporated the text and the image together, not just one next to the other. Think about how they can become one cohesive logo design that includes text as part of it. Go ahead and do that for yours. I know I gave you 4 boxes. Try at least 3. The 4th is bonus. Last but not least, you're going to pick your best one and go full size with it. So your best design in the space below, keeping in mind balanced positive and negative space. Your linoleum block will be exactly this big. You don't have to design your artwork horizontally. It could be vertical, like this example. Notice it's got text, it's got image, and it's got a balanced use of black or pencil and white, empty white paper space, combined together. That is what I want to see you work on your logo design. When you draw your design full size, your printmaking block is the size of that outline. So don't design any smaller and don't design any bigger. Use every little bit of that space. Draw your design huge, much bigger than you have it in the small sketch, so it takes up that whole big space, and darken in entire areas to balance the positive and negative space. We'll talk about this more as a class, but I want 50% black and 50% white to show a balanced design. So this one is pretty good. It has got a little bit more white. I would say it's very close though, but think about darkening in entire areas, making letters or text bubble or block so you can fill them in, thickening up lines, working in background designs or textures or patterns so that you don't have gigantic empty white spaces. But go ahead and work on that design now and let me know when you're done.